The humanitarian aid organization International Rescue Committee sent 7 YouTubers across the world to talk to refugees in an act to bring out awareness to their struggles. YouTube Spotlight, the company's YouTube channel, featured an amalgamation of the content the YouTubers made. And for the most part, the video itself and the people on the video aren't the main problem with this video. The main problem with this video is the underlying political message. But before I go into that, let's go through some of the problems of this video itself and the people a little bit before I talk about the main problem.
Hi, Sabah al khair. Good morning.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
So right off the bat, there's something wrong with this video. This video shows many families in the beginning, but it goes on to focus on 3 people, Maryam, Catherine, and Hassan. This young Iraqi girl, whose name is Maryam, lives in Serbia. This Palestinian elderly man, Hassan, and his boy live in Greece. And according to Pew Research data, the vast majority of refugees going into Europe, so Greece and Serbia, are young or adult males, not girls or not the elderly. In fact, in total, 73% of all refugees are male. So these people aren't exactly representative of the vast majority of European refugees and who they are. The only person who's slightly representative is refugee from South Sudan, Catherine, since she's living in Uganda and half the South Sudanese refugees are women. But when talking to refugees in Europe, why didn't they talk to an adult or young male? Why didn't they talk about young and adult males at all? I mean, there was no young and adult males even featured on this video. I mean, why? Could it be that people on average tend to be more sympathetic to children and the elderly? Is that why I decided to talk to them and not talk to any adults or males? I mean, either way, this video is pretty deceptive propaganda.
So I met this girl, Catherine, today. She's a remarkable young girl.
Oh, they sent a content creator from the Young Turks. Why not InfoWars or, Rebel Media? I mean, I got some free time. Why not send me over there? Or Tommy Robinson. Why not send him to these refugees and have him explain to them that although they themselves are good people, they're not representative of all refugees, especially the ones that go into Europe. Oh, okay. I'm starting to understand why they wouldn't want to send us.
My passion is rapping.
The girl raps.
وعمال أقضي وقتي في إني أنا بحاول أصنع شيء يسعد الأطفال لأن أنا إنسان لسه عندي قدرة على العطاء.
Because when you're playing football, you will be very happy. There's a lot of skill there, will make you even to laugh.
This is what I meant when I said the video itself and the people themselves aren't really the main problem with this video, but rather the main problem is the underlying political message within the video. Let me break it down. This video's objective is to try to get more people, particularly those within the first world, to be more sympathetic of refugees so that they open their borders to them. In reality, though, if you truly are a refugee escaping a war-torn country, you wouldn't be going into Europe. You'd be going to the countries that are bordering you so you can return to your home once the war is over. If you continue to travel from country to country after reaching a safe and peaceful country, you are no longer a refugee. You are an economic migrant. Maryam, for example, is a quote-unquote refugee from Iraq. You want to know how many countries she and her family, since she's a child, have gone through and passed as a refugee? Jordan, Iran, Turkey, and Saudi Arabia. I mean, they could have gone to any of those countries bordering Iraq, but they didn't, and I wonder why. Hassan is from Palestine. You want to know how many countries he and his son could have gone to as refugees? Jordan and Lebanon. Those are the countries that are bordering Palestine. There are wars occurring within Iraq and Palestine, so maybe they really were refugees at some time. However, there are many countries bordering Iraq and Palestine that aren't in war. They could have easily gone to those countries and just lived there and became a refugee there, but they didn't. You want to know why? These people are economic migrants. They're not refugees. They're economic migrants. And you know what? I mean, fine. Fine then. I mean, you're an economic migrant. Okay, there's nothing inherently wrong about being an economic migrant. But the fact that these people are lying about being refugees within a deceptive propaganda video is the problem that I have. They want Europe to open up their borders to not just refugees, but also economic migrants. And that's the underlying problem with this political message in this video itself. This video is basically telling you, the viewer, the first worlder, to look at these refugees, look at these young girls and boys, elderly men. Clearly, they're good people. I mean, clearly they wouldn't harm a fly. And yes, these specific individuals are probably good people. But A, they're not refugees. They're economic migrants. So no one has to open up their borders to them. And B, these people are not the reason why most people take a harsh and necessary stance against economic migrants or refugees. We take a harsh but necessary stance, because sometimes they're used as a proxy for terrorist groups. And sometimes, like we've seen in Cologne or Rotherham, they're raping European women.
We have to be with the heart, like one brother and one sister. We need to share ideas together. We need to move together. We need to play together. I will not give up. I will pray after the end of my life.
Hey, props to you, Catherine. I mean, really, props to you, because in this whole video, you seem to be the only legit refugee. You're from South Sudan, and unlike the others, you didn't travel to Greece or Serbia. You went to Uganda, a country that was nearby, that was bordering South Sudan. And once you were there, once you were safe, you didn't decide to move into Europe claiming you're still a refugee. So hey, props to you, Catherine.
مش هيسيبكم إلا لما يطيروا في السماء.
They should really change that hashtag to more than economic migrant, because that's what you and your family are, economic migrants. It's a damn shame that you, as a little girl, were used as a tool for political propaganda brought to you by leftists and YouTube. I'm going to end off this video by saying this. YouTube is a huge, wonderful platform. However, when YouTube gets political like this, they start to ruin what made YouTube so great. As a website, as a supposed free speech space, them picking sides on political issues like this, especially picking the side of political propagandists, is worrying. YouTube has drawn the line in the sand. They're leftists, they're now anti-free speech, and now it seems they're pro-propaganda or anti-reality. And again, that's worrying for conservative YouTubers. I'm Jay Feza from Rebel.media. Hey, if you're sick and tired of YouTube pushing leftist propaganda, like and subscribe to The Rebel Edge.